Are you serious? Are you serious, guys? We do have some breaking news and things that are happening right now, critical on the global stage, and I want to talk about. But first, I want you to check out the disclaimer. The disclaimer going by there. Some of the contents and information of this video is for entertainment only, but a lot of it's true. All right, let me tell you that. Are you serious? Here we go. Guys, here we go. There is an incredible situation developing. But first, let me put a shout out, if I could, for Noble Gold, because www.pastorpaulgold.com or call them on the phone at 877-646-5347. When's the last time you actually held your investment? Not checked an app, not watched a number move on the screen. I mean, physically held it in your hand. That's what I love about gold. Gold. A biblical currency. It's real, it's tangible, and it can be yours. No passwords, no logins, no 6-digit codes, text to you for access. No, in a world that's getting more digital, more abstract, and more complicated, gold and silver is simple. That's why we're seeing a massive shift into precious metals. As everything moves to the cloud, people are starting to value what they can actually hold in their hand. There's something powerful about that because real ownership is becoming rare. I want you to find out more about this. Go to www.pastorpaulgold.com, okay? pastorpaulgold.com. There they are. And if you qualify with a gold or silver IRA, and you probably do, they'll give you this 1/10 of an ounce gold coin. What? It's worth almost $500. They'll give it to you for free. Find out how you can be prepared to protect your savings, your retirement funds. Roll over that 401k at www.pastorpaulgold.com. All right, guys. Well, you know what? I want to thank you guys for the prayers for our family, for me, for Heidi, and for our whole family. And as my dad's passing has been very difficult. That's why I haven't been on. Spending time with my mom and my family and making the funeral arrangements and all the things that go with that. And just really, so I apologize for not being on, but I'm here today and we've got a big day today. So stay with me all day today. Including tonight with Mike from around the world, all right? Also, my son is traveling in out of Washington State, so I want prayers for him, safe travels, and all the family. We got breaking news right now that President Trump says that he has control of the Strait of Hormuz, and Iran doesn't know who its leader is. The problem is, do you see the guy behind me over my shoulder here and these guys climbing up this boat? These are actual Iranian Revolutionary Guard commandos storming a ship that was actually sailing through the Strait of Hormuz. Matter of fact, they've captured 2 ships in the last 12 hours. So, I'm skeptical about saying that we're in control of the Strait of Hormuz. We do have a blockade on Iran. That is true. And that's working because the United States our Marines just captured 2 ships that were trying to get through the blockade that were carrying Iranian oil. And we stopped them and we seized them. And we've turned 31 ships away that were trying to get through the blockade. Nobody can get through the blockade to get to the borders, into the ports for Iran. So the blockade's working, and that is crippling Iran's economy. But it's also, while we're doing that, and even though we are sweeping the Strait of Hormuz for mines, and the United Kingdom is helping us do that, the Iranians are still running around these gunboats, firing on ships, and now even climbing, buzzing up next to. I watched a video of them coming in on a boat, throwing up a ladder, and you can see the guy. You can see them all climbing up to take the boat. Obviously, it's easy for Iran to take a boat because the people on the boat don't have guns. But I thought we had control of the Strait of Hormuz. And this is why people are wondering, where are we in this? And oh, by the way, Iran canceled the negotiations that was supposed to happen in Pakistan. They just canceled it. So, with these things happening, it's incredible to me for us to just say we're fully in control. We are in control of the blockade, but we're not in control of the Straits of Hormuz, even if the president thinks he is. And so I know he's working hard to get control, and I have all the confidence in the world that our military Navy will get control, but it's not as easy as you think. These Iranian commandos can show up with these little gunboats, and they're coming off different coasts of different countries. They're coming out of Oman, and they can come out of Somalia. They can come out of anywhere, and so this is going to be tough. So with this happening, the United Nations said today that it was working on maintaining a presence in Lebanon once the mandate for its peacekeeping forces expires at the end of the year. So the UN is starting to realize that Israel and Lebanon are going to try to work together to drive Hezbollah out of Lebanon. That's not going to be easy either. But for the first time in 34 years, you got the Israelis and the Lebanese governments working together. Now, they haven't signed an agreement, and that meeting is expected to happen between Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Lebanese President Joseph Aoun. We're waiting for that to happen. That is happening. Israel has eliminated Hamas. They've seized Gaza, and now they are in the process of teaming up with Lebanon to take out Hezbollah completely. And that extraction will not be easy and will take some time, but they'll get it done in time. Now, when you still see what's happening on the ocean out there in the Strait of Hormuz, in the area there, the Bible does talk about a time coming where there's sorrow on the sea. It's actually in that same chapter of Jeremiah 49 that talks about Iran being their weapon being destroyed, their king being killed, and from the four winds of heaven coming down on them with an attack. All of that has happened. Their nuclear capability right now has been crippled. The Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed, and the United States and Israel did swarm in and destroy their Navy and their Air Force, and did do some serious damage within Iran, wiping out the top 50 of their leaders. But the prophecy is still not all the way done, and that is because there's going to be many Iranians scattered all over the world, and the Lord will set his throne in Iran. Now, a revival is happening in Iran, and that's how the Lord establishes his throne, through the church. And right now, one of the greatest revivals going on, started by the women of Iran, has now spread. You can't stop it. And during this battle, the church is getting stronger, even if the Iranian nation is getting weaker under the pressure of the United States and the war. So this is all going on right now, and it's in the Bible. The part about there's trouble on the sea. There is a scripture, same chapter, Jeremiah 49, verse 23. It was really talking about Damascus and the waters around there. It says, concerning Damascus, Hamath is confounded, and Arpad, for they have heard evil tidings. They are faint-hearted. There is sorrow on the sea. It cannot be quiet. And right now, we have that. We have sorrow on the sea, and it cannot be quieted. It cannot. Oh, by the way, the former Shah of Iran, his son, his oldest son, who is the crown prince of Iran, he would have been the king at the time of the death of his father. But of course, in the revolution in 1979, the Shah of Iran was overthrown, and his family had to flee into the United States into exile. So Reza Pahlavi, who would be king or would be the Shah of Iran if they were still there, he was having a press conference in Berlin, Germany, and was talking about, the nation of Iran, his people, and needing to get rid of this evil regime that was under the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. And while he finished his press conference there in Berlin, Germany. As he was leaving the press conference, a man ran up and threw this red liquid on him. It splashed on his neck, side of his face, down the front of his suit and the back of his suit. It kind of hit him in the neck area, which, by the way, what the Muslims do is if you're an infidel, they will cut your throat, okay, cut the neck. And they take that from a verse in the Quran. So I think the guy was through the red liquid, whatever it was some kind of paint, but it was slimy. It was weird. Whatever it was, he hit him right in the neck area, and the red substance flowed down his back and down the front and on the side of his face and his neck. Of course, he was not hurt, and he did not run. The German authorities arrested the guy instantly, and Reza kept walking, and the people that were cheering outside, where he was walking outside after the press conference, were cheering him on, and he was waving at them as if to say, "I'm fine, don't worry, I'm all right. Thank you, I'm all right. Keep fighting." Kind of reminds me about somebody else who was shot, and the blood went down his neck and the side of his face, clipped his ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. And he said, "Fight, fight, fight." What are they fighting for? Both men are fighting for freedom. One's fighting for freedom for his country, Iran, and the other's fighting for freedom in America. And you might say, well, we already have freedom in America. True, but freedom's not free. We have freedom, but there's an internal war going on right now in America. It's ugly. It's in the halls of Congress. It's in the battle over the bureaucracy within the different agencies. This battle is with the media. The battle is with different radical socialist groups, Islamic groups, radicalized, that are attacking democracy, or our republic that we are. Our Constitution is almost 250 years since we declared our Declaration of Independence. Our nation has survived 250 years, but most empires don't really go past 250 to 300 years. If you study history, most empires, most great civilizations fall in that time period. But some don't. Some make it past there. And so America is at this crossing point. We're at that moment where we have to figure out just if we're going to survive this. And we're only going to do that through prayer and the church of Jesus Christ getting involved and praying and standing strong in our faith. And that's why here at Paul Begley Prophecy Ministries, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're praying. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and against the powers and spiritual wickedness that thrive in high places. And so we will continue to come against these things in this time. Oh, by the way, one more. Whoops. All right, I'll tell you one more thing. One more news thing after the song. Are you serious?
And you hear Jerusalem's cry, and you see the storm on the rise. Look around, you can't deny this is the hour of heaven
Yeah, that's a great song. It's on my album, The Journey, Jerusalem's Cry. One more quick news item as well. 100 Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps were poisoned in the capital of Iran, in Tehran, Iran. These are the enforcers that roam the streets who shoot the protesters in the head in cold blood or drag them into prisons where they're tortured. These are the enforcers. Well, somebody figured out, where these guys hang out or where their post is, and then they go out on the street and they go into people's homes and they just kill people they think might be against the current regime. This is the enforcers. These are the inflictors of wickedness. Well, they were somewhere, and their water was poisoned, and 100 of them deathly ill. One guy's already died. The other 99 are in the hospital in horrific shape. I don't know what kind of poison that was used, but it shows me that somebody is on the inside, or several somebodies, or some type of movement is happening within the regime to kill off these enforcers, and the people are starting to look. They're economically in shambles, and every day that this blockade stays in position, the more broke the Iranian government is and will not be able to pay its soldiers. They already can't pay them. Okay, so how much longer will these guys keep fighting with never getting paid and no way of seeing it ever coming? Okay, so let's keep an eye on that. That is important. Thank you guys for your prayers for our family. I'm going to let you go right now because I am going to come back in about a half hour. I'm going to be interviewing a guy. I love this guy. His name is Andy Firestone. Some of you may remember he used to have a large YouTube channel. He is a missionary, and he is a wonderful man of God. He went to Israel with me one time. Just a great guy. I'll be back, so you don't want to miss this interview. What a powerful guy he is, and you'll find out about it. Plus, he's about 6'8". Yeah, I'll be back. God bless.